Hey everybody, the show's on.
Look familiar?
Who are you?
I'm Butch Hartman. I've been in the entertainment industry for over 30 years.
How'd you get in here?
Doggy door. I love entertainment, and I'm so excited to give you the opportunity to help me impact culture. Welcome to Oaxis. We want you to join us in our mission because we need to raise $250,000 for our first phase of startup costs. With the Oaxis platform, we can change family-friendly entertainment for the better. Now's our chance to impact culture. You need to be a part of this.
Hello everyone, my name is Detective Spielberg. That's right, if you don't know, I am a very real detective who specializes in solving film-related mysteries. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about a mystery that goes back nearly 3 years now. And it all starts when Butch Hartman, creator of the Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, Tough Puppy, and that other show that no one cares about, announced that he was going to be making a streaming service called Oaxis Entertainment. But what he didn't know was in the process of trying to create this streaming service, he would unleash a whirlwind of chaos, lies, manipulation, and hatred. And today I'm diving into all that to try to truly solve the mystery of what happened to Oaxis Entertainment. I got it the second try. So all this chaos began when Butch Hartman started his Kickstarter, which ran from June 18th, 2018 to July 18th, 2018. And he also launched with a great commercial that was not made fun of at all, and everybody really liked it. And they responded very well to it, specifically positively. Everyone liked it a lot.
Doggy door.
Yeah, that commercial was bum-fuzzling, to say the least, but it only gets more suspicious from here. Just like the whiteboard says. Actually, speaking of the whiteboard, see, every time Butch Hartman does something suspicious in this video, instead of actually saying it, I'm just gonna point to the whiteboard that says it, because if I didn't do that, I would have to say that word way too much. Which is kind of sad. So here's an example. At a later time, with no specific release date, indicating they don't really have much of a plan. That's pretty suspicious. Suspicious? You get it? You get it? Good. So now I figure let's take this chance and actually visit the real Kickstarter. So if we go to the Kickstarter, we can see that he stopped doing updates in January of 2019. Also, I figured let's go ahead and read some of the comments on the side. And oh wow, they are they are not positive, to say the least. I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to say half of these words, or else my mom would slap me. Oh wow. A lot of you stole from us, Butch. How could you do this to me? You know, that sort of stuff. And that's not good. And even looking at some of Butch's answers, which, you know, are supposed to reassure fans, but even looking at these answers by Butch, in themselves, they're also kind of I just explained the whole whiteboard joke. And then I left it upstairs. Hold on. I'll be right back. That's pretty... Whew. That was a lot of work for this one little joke. Anyway, but see, his pitch was we need a completely family-friendly streaming service for families. Obviously. But in describing Oaxis, he was very vague, such as promising news, video games, and even being able to upload your own content to the site. And those kind of weird ideas were definitely oh my gosh, I forgot the whiteboard downstairs, didn't I? After forgetting to bring it down there. And now I forgot to bring it up here. I'll be right back. Also, in the videos where Butch pitches Oaxis, I love how he says the words cool, hip, and aware. It's like, those are some funny words, Butch. Throw in a tight and I'm sold. Anyways, Butch ended up asking for $250,000 to get Oaxis Entertainment off the ground. And to promote his Kickstarter, he began to do some live streams. And he began to say some things in these live streams that people really did not like. For instance, at one point he said, if 600 people only donate $99, we can meet the goal. Wait a minute, this channel has 600 subscribers. Guys, if all 600 of you just give me like $1, then I will have like a lot of dollars. This is a great deal, and you should take advantage of it. And he also started taking down videos that played these live stream clips, which was also pretty... He also said a lot of things that people found very manipulative, such as, I built your childhood. Now let me build your future. Which, to be fair, is a pretty good marketing line. But also, Butch, you made like 4 shows, and literally no one even remembers your most recent one. Like, whoa. Literally no one remembers that. So I don't really know how much you're allowed to brag about that, Brosif. You didn't build my childhood. Steve Irwin did that. No, he built Carter's childhood, not me, of course. And I'm not Carter. That's very clear. I'm not Carter. So people weren't really too happy about these things, but oh boy, the plot was about to thicken even more. And things were about to get way worse for Butch. But in the end, he did hit his goal, so congratulations. Cheers. Cheers. I hit the mic as if I was clinking your glass, Butch. But now, after meeting this goal, let's flash forward to today and see if anything's going on there. So, no, crud, I can't clap. Hold on. So if we go look at their socials, the last time they posted something was in July of 2020, literally a year ago. And get this, the post was literally just an advertisement for Butch's new book. He used Oaxis Entertainment's account as just a way to milk even more money out of his own fans. Wow. Now, if you're thinking that's bad, hold on, it gets worse. If you go down, the last post before that one was another year prior, that's what I meant to say. And it was just, once again, Butch using his Oaxis Entertainment account to promote his new crappy YouTube show, The Hobby Kids Adventures. Hey, Butch, no one cares about The Hobby Kids Adventures. What the heck is going on with Oaxis? Their last 2 posts were over the course of 2 years, and none of them had anything to do with Oaxis, and they were just the creator using it to make a little more moolah. These are kind of red flags. Anyways, back to you, other Detective Spielberg. Gee, I wasn't ready. I was not ready for that. I'm sorry. Hold on. Just give me a second. I'm pondering. So I guess this book is the way to see the most recent thing from Butch, and maybe potentially, it could have some vital information to the case inside of it. And I am a good detective, and good detectives look at all of the evidence. But like, come on, I can't just go out, buy the book, and read the entire thing just for the video. I can't do that. Stop looking at me like that. What? You can't just expect me to go out, buy the book, and then read the entire thing just for this video. Come on, you can't, stop looking at me. You cannot expect me to go out and buy this entire book and read the entire thing just for a video. You cannot expect that from me. You really think I'm gonna go outside and buy this entire book and read the entire thing just for the video? You actually think I'm gonna do that? Well, I'm gonna read the whole book, aren't I? You're gonna make me, aren't you? And because of the detective inside me, I have to look at all the information, don't I? So I'm gonna buy this entire book and I'm gonna read it, aren't I? Well, I'll be back in a few days. Got some new evidence to study. I'll be back soon. Well, everyone, I've returned, and I have read the entirety of Mad Hustle by Butch Hartman. And you know what? As much as I am supposed to hate on Butch right now, this is actually a pretty great read. You can tell, because I have a smile on my face. Don't get used to that. It is actually my second favorite book I've read this year, right behind Everything's Better with a Beard by Duck Dynasty. Yeah, I saw Carter read this, and Carter Vision too. And you know what? As much as I absolutely despise that guy, my gosh. This is actually a pretty good book. You really understand politics after you read this book. But basically, Mad Hustle is all about how he mastered the craft of pitching shows in Hollywood. And now he wants to teach you. But the million-dollar question is, did this Mad Hustle book explain anything from Oaxis? No. It literally didn't mention it once. But, it did give me some really interesting insight into Butch Hartman that I'm gonna use later. But, of course, I will get to that later. Some things don't have to offer big clues. They just have to offer a little something to keep the case going. And I know things like that, because I'm a real detective. But there really is a lot of great pitching advice in this book, and I'm definitely going to use some of these great tactics next time I pitch my movie, A Spookity Night in Creepy Town. Remember that one? From the last episode? It's real spookity. M. Night Shyamalan still hasn't called me back, but it's fine. He's busy. He's still busy. He's a busy man. He's busy. Wait a minute. Oaxis Entertainment just posted something new on their socials. This could be the break in the case. It could be the final proof that proves that something is still going on with Oaxis. Nope. They just updated the logo. And they somehow made it less cool. And hip. And aware. Well, that was helpless. Also, I analyzed Butch Hartman's Twitter and YouTube channel, both platforms that he has a pretty big following on, and he has stayed completely silent about Oaxis the last year. No updates, nada, which is real shady, and not like in the cool Eminem way. But it's so weird because Butch Hartman used to actually update us every now and then. But now that he's gone completely silent, this is just not very reassuring to the people who gave their money to this cause. And all of this behavior is just so gosh darn. But now that I've shown you what's going on now, I'm gonna take y'all back in time to see when controversy really exploded for Butch. And that was on the fateful day where a video of Butch Hartman pitching Oaxis Entertainment to a Christian conference surfaced, and it really exposed that Butch Hartman had been a lot more secretive than we initially knew. So let's go ahead and talk about what went down at this conference, because, oh boy, it was a massive disaster for Butch. So at this conference, it is revealed that Butch Hartman has other motives than just a family-friendly streaming service. He wants to use it as a Christian Trojan horse. Now, at first, I heard a lot of YouTubers throwing around the phrase Christian Trojan horse, and I was like, okay, that's probably not really what he meant. But then I watched the video and he just straight up says it.
It's like a Trojan horse. I have Christ inside of me, and Christ is inside my show.
Now, I'm not gonna get into religion right now because, you know, as you may know, Detective Spielberg over here is a hard atheist. Because I only believe in the true evidence that makes sense. That's why I believe we came from monkeys. I'm very smart. But if you are a Christian, you may not see what is so wrong with this. But let's go ahead and turn the tables. If you were a Christian and you supported a streaming service, and then they turned around and were like, oh yeah, actually secretly our streaming service is gonna promote atheism. I'm gonna make your kids not believe in God. You would probably be like, I think I want my money back. So I can instead give it to Detective Spielberg. Remember, that offer still stands. Give me $1, please. Please give me $1. Now, people really hated what Butch said here. And, you know, in my opinion, it wasn't all as horrible as what people make out to be, even though there's quite a bit of crap. Like, at one point, he says Christ was already in his old shows already, which really weren't heavily Christian shows at all. So I think that should reassure people that this streaming service isn't just gonna shove Christianity down your throat. Like, I don't think anyone was like, oh yes, I was doing hard drugs and I was just a horrible sinner, and then one day I flipped on the TV and I saw tough puppy on the channel, and I was like, wow, what have I done with my life? Dear God. But see, this whole Christian thing is what really set off the wildfire of internet hate, because people felt like they were betrayed about what they gave their money to. But here is where it hit me, and it made me realize I'm actually really glad I did study this evidence in the form of this book that I spent a while reading. Good thing the font is big, though. This is a ramble. I need to keep going. But I'm glad I did read this book because it gave me some impeccable insight into Butch's knowledge that I couldn't have gotten through anything else. And over the course of reading this book, you really see that Butch knows exactly what he's doing when he's pitching to different people. See, I can take the lessons of this book and show you how Butch uses them on all the people that we've looked at. And I think it'll show you how smart Butch really is. But it'll also show you that he is straight fish, dog. In order to solve a case, you have to put yourself in their headspace, which is what I'm doing now. Butch offers a lot of great advice, such as do your homework on who you're gonna pitch to before you do it. So let's go ahead and grade his homework. When he's pitching online, he's targeting kids' parents, and he knows that that might not be as big of a Christian demographic, so he doesn't mention it. He knew exactly who he was pitching to, and you never mention things that hurt your pitch. That's why I probably shouldn't have mentioned that I personally wanted David Hasselhoff to play every single character in a Spookity Spookity 9 Creepy Town. That just really turned the studio off about my pitch. It's fine. It's good. He's just made for the role. But when he pitches to the Christian conference, he's done his homework and he knows exactly how this audience will react to things. That's why he completely changes his pitch and only focuses on the Christ, because he knows that is what's going to sweep them off their feet. And then hopefully while they're falling, he can grab their wallet and take their money. In the name of Jesus. And he plays this audience to a T. He plays them like a friggin' flute. From mentioning Christ a ton to even asking for prayers at the end. Oh my gosh, this dude knows exactly what he's doing. But when he pitched to the internet, he also knew exactly what he was doing and knew not to mention Christ, which came across as very... I mean, this guy played them so well. Listen to the crowd losing their freaking minds. I'm pretty sure if the actual Jesus just walked in, they wouldn't get this excited. Butch has really completely mastered the art of pitching things to people. Too many P's. But in an effort to get as much support as he needed, his pitch became manipulative. Yeah. Oh, crud. Crud. You know a really fun drinking game? Drink every single... of course, drink water. Obviously. A really fun drinking game would be to take a swig of water every time I spill my water. I'd still find a way to get drunk, because that'd be so much water. I don't know what I'm saying. I'd just, take another swig. And then get this. He ends the conference by saying, and everything is going effortlessly. Which... no, it's not. It's been 3 years, Butch, and the best we've gotten is a horribly messy beta, but we're gonna get to that later, so just stay tuned. And after all this controversy exploded, he did end up writing a Twitter apology that basically specified that Oaxis Entertainment isn't all faith-based. But bro, when you were pitching to the internet, you didn't mention anything about faith, and then the second you're put in a room full of Christians, you act like that's its entire point. It's just all shady. And Butch, this should have all been cleared up from the start. Good. He also says that we can discuss all of this controversial things in the coming days on my YouTube and Twitter. And then, like we looked at earlier, he never addressed it again. Butch, what are you doing? Great, Butch. You lied in your apology note. So now not even that is genuine. What are you doing? Also, since all this stuff has went down, Butch has got himself involved in even more controversies. So let's look... Did my accent just change there? Let's run that again. And since all this stuff has went down, Butch has not helped himself, and he's got himself involved in even more controversies. Quite a few, apparently. Wow, he's been busy. Apparently, he's stole some fan art, made some questionable suicide jokes that were questionable. He's made some interesting, that's a word. He made some weird comments about depression. He told people he literally can't be criticized. That is, there's a lot to criticize about that. Wow, Butch really likes controversy, don't he? He's probably gonna say the N-word soon, just to shake things up a little bit. Oh, and there's actually one more. He also dodged questions in live streams. Dodging questions in live streams, eh? I guess he's a lot like Carter when he did his first Q&A. That's right, Carter. You didn't think I'd see what you've been hiding? Back in Carter's first Q&A in January, someone commented a question that he didn't answer. Exhibit A. Look at this comment. I like it when you call me Big Papa? Question mark? He'd betray his own audience just like that. Come on, Carter. What's the answer? Do you like it when he... Do you like it when he calls you Big Papa? Actually, you know what? Actually, I'll let him off the hook. I don't know how you'd answer that question. Well, okay, now that we've looked at all the controversy... There's more? He's definitely gonna say the N-word. Apparently, he also charged $200 for art commissions from fans. Okay, I think that's actually all this time. You're telling me that people gave $200 for this guy to just draw pictures for them. That's so dumb. Actually, kind of gives me an idea. Hello everyone, welcome to my brand new show, Dart Class. Colors! Now let's look at the most recent Oaxis Entertainment update. A few weeks ago, a beta, or some sort of test, leaked online for Oaxis, and then was quickly deleted. But a few people were fast enough to actually get to check it out, including this dude, I Am Speed. And oh boy am I glad I did check it out, because it was something. But after 3 years of work, the design looks lazy and cheap. And the content included is confusing and weird. And I am aware it's not the final stuff yet, but like, Among Us 3? First off, what are the first two? And second off, what the heck is that? Among Us 3. Now that is definitely... Come on, that was a good joke. That was a good joke. Come on, laugh. So yeah, the beta went horrible and people hated it, and now it's just a deleted 404 page on the internet. Who really knows what this leak actually meant, but it just reaffirms to me that Oaxis Entertainment is a complete mess, and it's completely screwed. Well, I hope if y'all were wondering about all this stuff going on, I hope this video helped solve the mystery. But man, this whole thing just spiraled into chaos. I mean, this literally started as just a way to make family-friendly content, and it led to manipulation, lies, and anger. But I think, in the end, there is still a chance. A small chance that Butch could redeem himself, but he just has to start being brutally honest about his intentions and what he wants to do, and that could get everyone back on the same page. And maybe that would kind of fix everything if he was just honest. And he also has to stop being so gosh darn sus! Also, Butch, you have a net worth of $50 million. Maybe you should tell people that you're gonna put a little cash in it too, you know? So maybe they don't feel like they're completely getting scammed, so that way it looks like, you know, you have something invested in this too, Butch. And also, if you have a net worth of $50 million, remember that offer still stands. Just give me money. That's the offer. I will completely sell out. Give me money. Just kidding. I'm a real detective. I don't sell out. I don't sell out. Carter would sell out though. But hey, if you want more information, there's a lot of other great YouTubers who have made videos about this, such as Pie Guy Rules and Valaskibum. They both have great videos on this subject. Go watch them. And I encourage all of y'all watching to be your own Detective Spielbergs and go do your own research, because unfortunately I can't always be perfect. Just kidding. I always am. Also, there's a good chance that if more things come about this story, I will make a follow-up and make a part 2. It just depends on what happens next in this story. But seriously, thank y'all for watching. I find this whole story super fascinating, and it's just one that I really wanted to tell and remind the internet of. But if you really did enjoy, please do not subscribe. This is Carter's YouTube channel, and his head is already big enough, so just don't give him any more support. Please don't. He's so dumb. And hopefully it won't be such a long gap before you see me again, but I promise that I will see you guys again soon, and I will return to solve more mysteries in the future. See ya.